Hello, and this is going to show you how to handle your Visual Form Builder plugin. Notice that your plugin is going to be in your left sidebar over here if you're in your dashboard. And when I clicked on that, I came to this, which is a complete list of your forms currently. Okay, so let's take what I want to do first is show you how the forms are put into your pages, what they look like, and then I'll show you how to create a new one, and how to duplicate one and that sort of thing. But if you understand how they go into your pages and show up on your website, it'll make the process a little easier. So let's take this Beyond Purees one for instance. Notice over here, the titles over here, and over here are the IDs. So it goes from 1 to 20 because we currently have 20 of them made. Now, this Beyond Purees one, it has an ID of 19. Where that comes in handy, if we click on the Beyond Purees, there is this little code down here. It's called shortcode. This is the code that allows this registration form to display on your page. So notice that this particular code shows up if we go to your class registration for Beyond Purees. It's right there. Okay, that is the same exact code as here. Now, the fact that these two match means that if we view this registration form page, this is the exact registration form for that particular class. Okay, so if you are wanting to create a new one or create a registration form based off an old one, there's two ways we can do it. The first way is to duplicate an old form and just edit it from there. Now, the tricky thing about that is making sure that after you duplicate it, that the correct codes are still in the correct pages. I'm going to repeat that. The tricky part about duplication is that once you duplicate the form and modify it, make sure that the proper shortcode is in the proper page. Never assume that it's still the same shortcode. So, let's say for instance, you wanted another one that is just like this Beyond Purees form. So I'm going to go ahead and click duplicate. Now, when I do that, notice that it says the form has been duplicated, and notice that my form for this is the same. It's still 19. So I really don't want to mess with this one. What I want to do is go back to my all forms and find the copy. Okay, so Beyond Purees is still 19. I don't want to mess with that because if I duplicate this one, then it's going to change what's actually on my Beyond Purees page. Instead, I'm going to go back. I went back to all forms and I'm going to edit this new copy. Okay, so I'm going to click edit and it brings me here. Now, these fields that you see all correspond with the fields that you see here. Parents' first name, parents' last name, email, phone, cooking experience, etc. See? First name, last name, email, phone, cooking experience, etc. It's the same exact thing. Now, the first thing we want to do is go ahead and change the title of this. So we're going to say fake test form. Okay? Whatever you would actually call it. The next thing we're going to do is click on the settings button, and we are going to adjust some of these. So the top aligned, this is just where you see your actual titles. Okay, right now we have it aligned to the top. That's how all of them are aligned. Obviously you see there are other options. It's up to you. We click on email. We want to go ahead and change the title of this email. So right now it says New Baby Essentials Registrant Beyond Purees. This is what you see when someone registers. So what we're going to do is say we're going to change this just for this purpose and just say new registrant fake test form. Not to get the two mixed up. That's still your company name. That's still where you want it to go, and that's still where you want to go, and this is still where you want it to reply to. If you ever get to the point where you want multiple people to receive these registration forms, you can click that, and it will add another email field for you to be able to add an email there. Let's take that off. Confirmation. This is where it redirects you. So once they hit submit, I have it going to the class registration payment page. That particular page has the PayPal button with the drop-down menus of all the classes. Of course, if you're adding a new class, you will have to modify that PayPal button to then include the new class. So right now I have that redirected there. I'm going to leave that alone because we're going to assume that this fake test form is for a new class. And then you just want to check here the message that the person registering will receive. Thank you again for registering for, we're not doing this one, we're going to say registering for fake test form. Here's a copy of your registration for your records, because this is what it actually goes to the registrant themselves. Now, we can go in and change this information. If you would like to delete a field that you don't want, you simply click on this little triangle and you click delete. So if we want, let's say we wanted their full name combined, not first and then last, well, then we're going to go ahead and change this parent's full name. We still want it, if we want it required, then we have that there. This is the size of the field, and therefore we don't need this anymore, so we're going to come and delete that. And it will catch up. There we go. So it will still say parent's first name until I save it. Once I click save, notice that it now updated with the new information. So if I'm fine with all of this other information, then I can leave it. If I want to add a new field, then I have these options over here. Now, text area. A text is a single text box. Text area is when you're able to type a paragraph. Checkbox is exactly what it says. And I'm going to show you some of these in the create a new form area. I'll give you a quick example of these. But essentially this is what you would do. So if I want to add a new area, then what I'll do is I'll click text, and notice down here it added a new text area. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, let's see, how did you hear about us? We already have that. We could say, are you, let's say suggestions, I'm just making this up obviously, for the website. Okay, now if they have a suggestion, we can make sure this is not required, and that's it. And we can put this wherever we want. So in order to put it somewhere, just drag it wherever you want it. Bam. Now if I click save, this form is saved. If I want this form to show up somewhere, what I do is I grab this code and I go to the page that I want. For our purposes, I'm going to create a new page called fake test form page and just paste it right in there. Now, if you are like, wait, I can't get to this code, or it keeps disappearing, because notice it does do that sometimes, or whatever, you're just like, this thing isn't working, then all you have to do is go to the page that you want it on and click add form, and you get to choose. So we want to find our fake test form right there, insert form, and it inserts that code for us. Now, if we are to publish this page and then view this page, there is our form with our new field. See, suggestions for the website right there. Parent's full name, something that we adjusted. Okay. Now, if I filled this out and clicked submit, it would take me to the class registration page that I was referring to before. And as I said before, if you notice, the class registration page, payment page, actually only includes homemade baby food and tacos and tots right now. So what I would have to do is actually log into my PayPal account, adjust this button, and then place this code, replace this code with the new code that they gave me. That would be how I would adjust that. Now, if you wanted to start a new form, okay, if you're like, none of these forms are exactly like I want them, and I want to just start a new form. By the way, if you want to delete this fake test form, just go ahead and click delete, and it gets rid of it for you. Okay, now the first thing I want to do is go over here and click add new form. And it's going to take me to this page where I can fill in some information. So name the form, fake test form 2, company, taste and see healthy baby food, sorry, reply to email, I'll just put mine because I don't have yours off the top of my head. And email subject, this is the email, this is the subject of the email you will receive. So new registrant fake test form 2. And you can leave this alone, but this is your reply to email. This is the email you want this sent to. So that could be different if you want them to reply to info at something rather than your name, but you want it sent to your name, however you want to do it. And then I'm going to click create form. Now when I click create form, it gives me a blank canvas. It titled it what I named it, but of course you could change it there. Again, your settings are here that you are able to fill out and make sure. Right now, notice that your confirmation, it just says your form was successfully submitted. So if you want your form to redirect to a new page, then what you'll have to do is actually create the page you want it to redirect it to, unless it's already created, and then click your redirect and put in the URL for that page. Okay. Notification, if you want to send the confirmation email to the user, you can click that, fill that out with this custom message. Okay, so what we'll do is your field set, right now it actually says field set, and they require, this particular plugin requires that you have this hierarchy of fields. So here is where you might want to put, you know, fill out the form below, something like that. Okay, and then your verification is what happens at the very end. Okay, so what I want to do, I'm going to give you a quick little overview of some of these. You've seen the text. Your text, this, we'll call this single text box. Okay, this is where you are, it makes it required or not, totally up to you. Text area, and we're going to allow this to say text area because it'll give you an idea. It's a paragraph. Okay, if you want to put a description here, please write your thoughts in detail, because they actually have room to do that. If you want to make it required, that's here. A checkbox is just what it sounds like. You would go ahead and click on the checkbox, and you'd have your different options here. Now, checkbox, you know, you can choose multiple options. Okay, that's the kind of the cool thing about a checkbox. So option 1, option 2, option 3. If you want to add an option, you click that, make that option 4. If you're like, no, I need to take it away, then just click that. Okay, you can make it 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns, however you want to make that. Okay, same thing with radio buttons. Alright, radio buttons, you can only choose one option, okay, which is what makes the radio button unique. Again, you add it the same way. There's still the column options and the required options there. And that's how that works. If you wanted the radio button to happen before the checkbox, remember, you just move it on up like that. Okay. Select is actually your drop down, and it looks the exact same way. Okay. So we'll put drop down here. Okay. And then address, same thing. Notice the difference though is if you want the address, what it'll do is it'll kind of lay it out for you in a special way, and you'll see that. So I could go down, but it's the same with date, email, URL, currency. If you're looking for them to give you proof of something, you want them to upload something, this file upload option is a very good option. So this is where you could say upload your proof, for your mom's group. That's where you could do that. The file extensions I would leave alone because it has that covered. And this is whether it's required or not. So let's go ahead and save our form, our new form that we have. Again, down here is your short code. Or what I could do is go back to my pages. No, because I don't want to save anything different that I did on that page. Go back to our pages, and we want to go to that new page that I created. Let's see. Fake test form page. We're going to go ahead and edit that. Now, let's go ahead and take this one off. Again, we could cut and paste or click add form and find our new form, fake test form 2, insert form, and click update. And once we have that updated, let's go ahead and refresh. Now, here it is, single text box, text area. Now this is the description that we put in. Okay. Radio buttons, here's your description. You can only choose one. Check boxes, you can choose multiple. Drop down menu, address. Okay, and notice you can change this title to say, please include whatever. Right now we left it address, so that's why it says address. Okay, and then if you want them to be able to upload something, that's where you would do it, just right there, and then you'll be able to verify, and it would send them to wherever you redirected them to. So hopefully this was a helpful video for you to understand how to create new forms, where to put them, all that sort of thing. And again, if you want to modify your PayPal buttons on those specific pages, then that's another issue, and I'd be happy to help you with that. Okay, so I'll talk to you soon. Hope this was helpful.